Welcome back to FFB Amigos, and today I'm doing my first review of a Man United game in honor of my good friend Mauri. Cadi, I love you, buddy. And today was a hell of a game to do it. Um, I actually believe that everybody expected to have Liverpool just come in and kill this Man United team that's had been a little hot and cold, come in and trying to figure things out now with Rúben Amorim coming onto the game. And as a matter of fact, Liverpool hasn't lost to United at Anfield in their last 8 matches, and I think it's only 1 in 13 in at all that they've won. And even though they were expected to dominate, um, United has conceded 10 goals away from home this season, and it's actually the second best away record in terms of goals received in the league. So they had a fighting chance all along. Uh, the Liverpool sort of controlled possession in the first half, but United created several chances to win, and they could have won that first half. They could have walked away. They could have won this game, to be honest. Minute 14, Gakpo has a really good chance to score for Liverpool first, and certainly McAllister misses a one-on-one with Onana, which after an amazing pass from Salah. So, in all honesty, it's looking. I'm already hopeful at the beginning of the game for United. Like they might get something out of this. And as a matter of fact, in a counterattack, Diallo delivered an amazing cross, and Diallo Amad almost scores a header. So it looked really good. And in the 41st minute, honestly, I think that's where things kind of showed some of the weaknesses there. And United had an amazing chance with Hoyland, and he should do better with those chances. I mean, if you're a striker at the Premier League, and especially at Manchester United, you got to put those away at Anfield, certainly. And they didn't capitalize on it. However, things were going really well. And then also, I watched an interview with Lisandro Lopez, Lisandro Lopez. That's a very old player. Licha Martinez, and which I'm fortunate that, as you guys know, I speak Spanish and I get to watch those. Sometimes the Hispanic player interviews, the Latino players interviews, and he was talking about how, um, you know, even though Amorim is bringing in new ideas, and the team's still adapting and learning, and we saw how aggressive Amorim was in getting rid of some players, benching them, or certainly what he did with Rashford and some other things, and but he said that he was comfortable playing the line of three or five, however you want to see it, but it's a line of three central defenders, quote unquote central defenders. Since he's done it in Argentina, he's done it in Argentina in the national team, and he also did it in his team, and he seemed a little comfortable, and I think that suits Maguire as well. That was a little shaky a couple of seasons ago, so they seem a little bit solid. And he also said something interesting. Do you think that did he get a yellow today? Let me know in the comments, because he said that he is learning, and it sounds like Amorim's the guy behind this. He's being a little too aggressive, and that it really broke his heart that he missed the game against Arsenal, because he had too many yellows, and that he's trying to be more controlled because he normally goes out and fights every ball like it's the last minute of the World Cup almost, and he needs to control that a little bit to make sure that he's available, especially in a team that doesn't have the level of players that they need. Availability is the best quality. In any case, I'm bringing him up because obviously in the second half, he intercepts the ball really well with the press, and his movement is just amazing. Um, and the movement in his runs, both to set, he tried to set a play, then he had to reset the run. He plays on to Bruno and then does a perfect run as a number 10 would, and he finishes with a powerful shot on his left as a 9 would. So incredibly impressive. And you can see the way that he was celebrating that goal like a maniac, kissing the ball. That ball is going to his collection for sure. And actually, I think that was the first away goal at Anfield since like 2018. So that broke a little spell, also something, that is important for United. And again, the form doesn't matter as much with these games. Man United are facing Liverpool, and there's always that's the beauty of football and why we love it, right? There's always some magic. There's always the unexpected can happen, and certainly this particular season matters to United because Liverpool would tie the amount of championships that they have. So They have an interest to try to stop them. I don't think they will be able to. I don't think they can. Liverpool is a great team. They have an amazing coach. And on top of it, they play really well. Although today, I think they struggled a little bit. However, it's not more than a couple of minutes that Gakpo scores a worldie. Um, he cuts in. He's on the left hand side. He cuts in. He scores it. You'll see the highlights. But absolutely an amazing goal. It makes me a little sad, and it felt like the United's gonna fall into. They're gonna crumble. And I was watching. Shout out to Alice Talks Football. You guys really need to follow her. She inspired me really as a creator, as a Premier League or creator. Me particularly Chelsea. She's Man United, but she does everything. She has, I would say, one of the highest IQs and understanding of the game, believe it or not, than most people that I've seen. Many pundits of any team, of anybody watching the Premier League, and she can be very passionate about United, but she's very objective and very smart. So I really enjoyed it. I did the watch along with her, and it was great. That's why I'm giving her a shout out. Alice Talks Football, check her out. And so he scored this amazing goal, and minute 65. There's a penalty given to Liverpool, which is like the saddest thing ever because there's nothing he could have done about it. Ball is headed right into his hand, and Onana does really well, stretches the right way, but he can't stop it, and obviously he can't stop the Egyptian master, Salah, one of the greatest players to ever grace the Premier League, which puts him 2 on top also, as he has 18 goals against 16th at Holland's, and you guys know how I feel about Holland. Well, if I have any United fans in here and any Liverpool fans instead of my regular Chelsea fans, yeah, I'm not that much of a fan of City, and I'm very happy to see them destroyed. And I felt that a little bit about you, United, for a couple of years because you were a rival, but now, as my fans know, I'm really rooting for you. The Premier League needs you back. We want you back in the fight. And I'm excited to see that you got a smart coach coming in and making some changes. And hopefully they don't let you down because it's been too long. You've been in the gutter too long. And from Chelsea, who's been in the gutter, I'm telling you, even though it feels like we're starting to fall back into the mud, we're hoping that we can meet you at the top again. In any case, after the goal, it feels like it's over, right? Like this dynamic of United falling apart. But I think that having those 3 in the back and playing the 2 wide man in defense, right wing backs, if that's how you want to call them, is amazing. And Bruno's having an amazing game, right? I mean, he's moving all over the place. And at this point, I realized it's been the whole game. And Trent Alexander-Arnold, he has one foot in Madrid. He's eating tapas, baby, because they're destroying him all game long. They're kicking his butt. And they're exploding that. He pretty much seems extremely distracted. And I think that's when Amorim makes a really ballsy call, brother. He says, I'm taking off Menu, which is, an 8 or even a DM at the times, and bringing in Garnacho to play on the left-hand side. And we know they had a little bit of a fallout, but hey, it looks like that's been resolved. Coming on the left-hand side to continue to exploit that. And another wonderful thing that happens when that happens, which is now a little bit deeper, Fernandes comes in. And what a game Bruno Fernandes had today. And for the remaining of the game, he was able to, they press him, 2-3 players. He broke out of that press almost like every single time. What skill that guy has. Really amazing. What an amazing player. He has a quality that I wish that in Chelsea we can see more with our star Cole Palmer. I think that we've seen it a little bit, but that ability to play into a different position, play a little bit back, break the press, and play on, pretty amazing. So really impressed with that guy. In any case, they exploit that space again, and they find Garnacho, which finds Diallo coming in late in the box with a pretty impressive finish, man. And then later, Xerxes came into the game. And to be honest, I wanted him to score really bad because, he was booed. That's kind of a new thing. You United fans, you got to cut that shit out, man. You weren't that kind of a public before, that kind of fan. And you need to hang in there. I know it's been a long time, but hang in there. There's changes happening. Hopefully you'll come out of it. And a young player like that doesn't have the fault. It's not his fault. They're buying him and playing him, right? He's doing his best. It's not like everybody else has been shining for the last few years. In any case, in minute 81, I see Trent again just hand off a ball. Then he couldn't mark Bruno, gets a yellow. Um, it, it was really bad, actually, from Trent. And then De Ligt gets subbed off for this young kid. I guess he's young or unknown to me, Toro, because De Ligt really wasn't having a good game. But absolutely does a great job. Puts probably I think he takes away. He blocks a shot and takes an opportunity that could have been the end of the game for United. So good for that guy, seeing him come in. So man of the match to me, Bruno Fernandes. Although I think Ugarte, as always, that position never gets very appreciated. We can see it in Chelsea as well, and I think that's probably one of the most important positions in the team. He did an amazing job, and Fernandes obviously. I think Diallo had a good game. I think Onana made some key saves. Um, at the end, minute 90, before I let the thing go, well, we can't go without talking about that. Speaking of people that get trashed, or have been trashed in the past, Xerxes does really well to create a chance, and who squares it back to Maguire, which the guy's so unlucky. It takes a little bit of a bounce, hits him on the shin, and goes over. And that would have been, look, if United won this game, I would have said it was deserved, because remember, it's an away game for them. So given how they played and how the match played out, they deserved something. They deserved something, at very least a tie. So I'm so happy for them that they got that. I'm not that worried about Liverpool winning the championship. I rather they win than Arsenal as a Chelsea fan, absolutely, and certainly than Man City. We got to stop that dominance, which it sounds like the dressing room did it for us in Manchester United with Pep, with Manchester City. And then again, excited to see this Euro. And I think in Amorim, something worth congratulating. He goes to Anfield, and he takes 1 point, could have taken all three, and he took the three at the Etihad. So, and it's with a different way of play, changing in-game tactics, exploiting. He makes it seem obvious. Yeah, of course you got to exploit it behind Trent, but it's the how and the when, and the fact that he doubles down and makes the subs. And congratulations to him, and congratulations to Manchester United. Really excited about that. And if with a couple of better players, a couple of better finishing, that could have been a different result altogether. That's kind of what Chelsea's suffering right now. It's not hard to find, and if you see in the market, there's not that many. And now with the PSR rules, it's really hard to know how to handle the transfers. But yeah, I think definitely with a little bit better finishing, this was a different story. However, it's still progress. I think it's good, and I'm excited, and I hope that they're back, and I look forward to my good friend Mauricio talking about this game and many other games. And please, like I said, follow Alice, and I'll continue to make videos about not only Chelsea games but other games that I find interesting and important. And this is always a historic game. This ends up in the highlights forever, and very excited above all to see Martinez, Latino player, doing really well. I hate the guy, to be honest, because he's never on my team, but it's the kind of player that I wouldn't mind having on my team. That's the mentality monster that you need. So, again, congratulations, United, and I'll see you in the next one.